So now remember, these are the tough timeline questions, and we have to complete this outline that is given to us. And this is be one of the tough questions that we have faced so far. अभी तक जिनको देखा उन्हें मुश्किल सवाल है। एक बात याद रखिए, ऊपर वाले दो क्वेश्चन 2 वर्ड और एंड नंबर वाले क्वेश्चन मुश्किल नहीं होंगे। 2 वर्ड्स एंड और अ नंबर आपने बहुत से किए हैं, ये सेंटेंस कंप्लीशन नहीं है, ये क्वेश्चन आंसर है। So question says when project is due. So finger will be on when, project due pencil, answer will be here. Where will the student conduct the interview? Where finger, conduct the interview pencil. How many interviews finger, complete all together pencil. This will be relatively easy question. This is the outline and these questions are normally very tough. याद रखिए वो सारे के सारे क्वेश्चन जहां पे ऊपर तो कीवर्ड होता, उसके नीचे वाले वर्ड के साथ कीवर्ड नहीं होता, याद रखिएगा इन सवालों में एंड, नेक्स्ट या देन ये वर्ड आपके मास्टर वर्ड्स या कीवर्ड्स बनते हैं जिनकी बेस पर आपके लिए सवाल का आंसर करना आसान है। सो जैसे ही आप रीड को सुने या रीड वाले को आंसर करेंगे, अपना तवज्जो रखेंगे किस पे, एंड, नेक्स्ट और देन पे, फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 25 यही होगा 27 के साथ, और एंड, नेक्स्ट और देन को खासा प्रेस करता है एग्जामिनर। दूसरी बात, जब भी आपने आउटलाइन कंप्लीशन के क्वेश्चंस करने हैं, ऊपर कीवर्ड हो नीचे ना हो, तो याद रखिए आंसर, मेरा एक्सपीरियंस है कि इन सवालों का एक ही लाइन में, इनका आंसर एक लाइन में, इसका आंसर भी एक लाइन में ही हो। ओके, सो फिंगर विल बी ऑन रीड, बट किसको पढ़ना है, दैट इज द आंसर। फिर उसके बाद गेट पर फिंगर क्या लेना है, दैट इज द आंसर। एंड अगेन 26 27 का सर ने बताया है आंसर एक लाइन में होगा, एंड, नेक्स्ट और देन कीवर्ड बनेंगे फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 27। Get together to finger, pencil in the blank, prepare finger, pencil in the blank, give finger, pencil in the blank. Okay, so get ready to answer. I will run side by side. मैं साथ साथ चल रहा हूँ.
Over 400 years ago, and is still used today as a place to see plays, musicals, and other performances, as well as our annual film festival.
Get ready for section number 3.
That is the end of section 2. You now have half a minute to check your answer.
Get ready, test is working, get ready.
Section 3. You will hear a conversation between two students planning a research project. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 23 to 23.
We'd better start planning our research project.
Finger on when, the pencil on project due.
Because we don't have much time left before it's due. I know, only 3 more weeks. Is that all? I thought we had more time than that. Well,
so what is the answer? When the project is due?
3 months.
What is the answer?
3 months.
3 more weeks. 2 words and a number. 2 words and a number. Be careful. ध्यान से सुने ना. इस सवाल में कोई मुश्किल नहीं थी बेटा, कोई मुश्किल नहीं थी सवाल में।
So we agreed we're going to interview shoppers about their.
दोबारा सुनिए।
As you listen to the first part of the conversation, answer questions 21 to 23.
We'd better start planning our research project because we don't have much time left before it's due. I know, only 3 more weeks.
Only 3 more weeks. Only 3 more weeks. So उसमें क्या मुश्किल थी? So finger on where and conduct the interviews. कहाँ students interview conduct करेंगे?
I thought we had more time than that. Well, let's get to work then. Okay, so we agreed we're going to interview shoppers about their spending habits. Did we decide to conduct our interviews at the department store?
Now there are two voices. I told you when there are dialogue question, voice 1 question करेगी, आंसर किसमें होगा? voice number? तो वो अब voice 1 कह रही है कि हमें इंटरव्यू की जगह इस जगह जाना चाहिए. If voice 2 says okay, so that is the answer. Otherwise फिर हम wait करें.
We haven't decided anything definitely yet, but I think the shopping mall would be a better choice. We get more of a variety of shoppers there. Yes, that's a good point.
Okay, so now what is the answer now?
Shopping mall.
Shopping mall. Excellent. Finger on how many interviews and pencil on will be completed all together. Get ready.
Let's do that. How many interviews did the professor say we had to complete? He said at least 30. That sounds like a lot, doesn't it?
Okay, so now what is the answer? How many interviews should be completed all together?
Almost
30. At least 30. So you can write at least 30. You can even write 30. That is not a problem. Because words and number both are allowed. Go ahead to the next question. Finger on read. Finger on read. So be careful. This question, first 4 questions will be very tough.
Yes, but if we divide it up between the two of us, that's just 15 each. That's not so bad.
Get ready. Get ready. Test is working. This is the ample time. This ample time will be available in exam room as well to highlight the keywords. Don't waste this time in exam
Now
room.
listen and answer questions 24 to 30.
Okay, so I guess we'd better start designing our questionnaire. Well, we have to do some reading first, don't we? Didn't we say we were going to compare our results to the results of a government study?
So voice 1 says that हमें कोई reading पहले कर लेनी चाहिए project से. क्या हमें पहले देख लेना चाहिए government study के results को? आगे चलें.
Right, the government study about how the economic crisis has changed people's spending habits.
हाँ बिल्कुल. Government study जो इस बारे में है कि कैसे economic crisis ने लोगों की जो spending habits हैं उस पे असर डाला है. So what is being discussed? What is being said? Government study. क्या चीजें बार बार डिस्कस हो रही है? Government study, government study, government study. Okay, get ready. Finger on the read.
We want to see if we get similar results. Yes, so we'd better read that first and
Better read that first. किसको read करने की बात हो रही है फिर? Better read that.
Economic crisis.
Thank you. It is government study. What is the answer? Government study.
Government study.
Government study. Shabash. So now I told you, जहां ऊपर कीवर्ड होगा नीचे नहीं होगा. And next और then आपके keywords बने. Yes or no? Get ready for the keywords and the answer number 25 now.
spending habits. We want to see if we get similar results. Yes, so we'd better read that first and then design our questionnaire. Then I guess we'll
Okay, better read that first and then
Design our
okay,
Design
then
questionnaire.
design the questionnaire. So what is question number 1's answer? Government study. And what is question number 2? Design questionnaire. Questionnaire. Okay. अब अगर आपने गौर किया हो तो उसने कहा and then design. So and then both words were there. So एक सिंगल सेंटेंस में आंसर आया जैसे सर ने बताया था और and और next दोनों कीवर्ड्स बने हैं यहाँ पे. मैं रिपीट कर रहा हूँ, एक बार फिर सुनिए.
questionnaire. Then I guess we'll be ready to go out and interview shoppers. we have to do some reading first, don't we? Didn't we say we were going to compare our results to the results of the government study? Right, the government study about how the economic crisis has changed people's spending habits. We want to see if we get similar results. Yes, so we'd better read that first and then design our questionnaire.
And then design our questionnaire. Okay? So now finger on get, क्या लेना है? और फिर दोबारा से नजर रखिएगा and attention रखिएगा and और then पे, और फिर देखिएगा get और अगला आंसर एक ही लाइन में आएंगे.
Then I guess we'll be ready to go out and interview shoppers.
कहती है फिर हम तैयार है ना इंटरव्यू शॉपर्स के लिए.
No, don't you remember? The professor said she had to approve our questionnaire first before we actually conducted the interview. Oh,
Okay, वो कहती है तुम्हें याद नहीं है प्रोफेसर ने कहा था कि पहले उनको हमने उसको दिखाना है और फिर हमने इंटरव्यूज करने जाना है. आपका आंसर बहुत करीब है. गेट रेडी.
the government study about how the economic crisis has changed people's spending habits. We want to see if we get similar results. Yes, so we'd better read that first and then design our questionnaire. Then I guess we'll be ready to go out and interview shoppers. No, don't you remember? The professor said she had to approve our questionnaire first before we actually conducted the interview. Oh, right. So we'll get her approval and then conduct the interviews.
Okay, what is the answer? Get.
Approval.
Excellent. And what is the
Get
next answer? Get approval. And what is the next answer now? तो बड़ा clearly बोला and then. जी बोलिए, what is the next
And then-
answer? शाबाश राइमा.
And then we go for shopping.
Conduct interview.
Excellent. Conduct interviews. Excellent बेटे. ये सिर्फ attention थी. Very clearly said and next और then में से कोई एक या दो आपके keywords बनेंगे और आंसर एक ही लाइन में आएगा. Unfortunately आप पहला आंसर तो पिक कर रहे हैं, दूसरे की तरफ आप तवज्जो नहीं दे रहे कि एक ही लाइन में सर ने बताया था कि दोनों आंसर आ जाएंगे. दोबारा सुनिएगा पर बार बार रिपीट करना मुनासिब ऐसे है.
We want to see if we get similar results. Yes, so we'd better read that first and then design our questionnaire. Then I guess we'll be ready to go out and interview shoppers. No, don't you remember? The professor said she had to approve our questionnaire first before we actually conducted the interview. Oh, right. So we'll get her approval and then conduct the interview.
We should get her approval and then conduct the interviews. Okay, so finger on get together too. मैं तीनों सवालों पे नहीं रुकूंगा, मैं रिपीट नहीं करूंगा. So get together too पर finger रखें. Pencil in the blank.
Yes. I think it's Saturday would be the best day for the interviews because everyone's out shopping then. Right. We'll do it on a Saturday then. And let's also plan to get together the next day to analyze the results. It's best to do that while everything's fresh in our minds.
Okay, so get together too.
And then
Analyze. Shabash. 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 Get together
Result.
to analyze results. Excellent. दोबारा सुनिए.
Analyze the results. It's best to do that while everything's fresh in our minds. The professor said she
Sorry.
had to approve our questionnaire first before we actually conducted the interview. Oh, right. So we'll get her approval and then conduct the interviews. I think it's Saturday would be the best day for the interviews because everyone's out shopping then. Right. We'll do it on a Saturday then. And let's also plan to get together the next day to analyze the results.
Okay, get together to analyze results.
Yes.
Excellent. Ida shabash. Analyze results. शाबाश. Prepare finger. What to prepare? याद है मैंने पहली क्लास में कहा था एग्जामिनर को कुछ वर्ड्स बहुत अच्छे लगते हैं. Prepare charts, prepare graphs, prepare presentations. Okay, get ready.
That while everything's fresh in our minds, don't you think? Sure, that sounds like a good idea. Okay, so then we're going to have to present our results to the class. Do you have any ideas for that? It's an important part of our grade, so I think we should plan it well. Well, I think the obvious thing is to prepare some charts showing our results.
Prepare what? Prepare
Charts.
some charts. Excellent. And give finger.
And how they compare with the government study. That will help make the information a lot clearer to the class. Right. Okay, so we'll draw up some charts of the results. And then that's it. All that will be left to do is give the class presentation.
Give the class presentation.
Presentation.
Okay, class presentation is the answer. Excellent, Bacho. Go ahead. Question number 31 to 40, section 4. I'm going to highlight the keywords. 3-word answer, 1 number. You can even mix them. 3 words and a number. 3 words or a number. It is about the timeline completion. 1832, finger, pencil on the Alcott. In her teens, Alcott work to, pencil, teens, finger. Section 4. सेंटेंस कंप्लीशन में एग्जामिनर कभी कभी सेंटेंस स्ट्रक्चर चेंज करता है. आप सोच रहे होंगे शायद 1832 पहले आया था, कभी कभी वो पहले आंसर करके फिर 1832 पे आता है. डिस्पाइट लेफ्ट टू राइट, ही रन्स फ्रॉम राइट टू लेफ्ट. इसलिए बच्चों अटेंटिव रहिएगा. सेक्शन 4 में दोनों साइड्स को फ्लिप करें. In the age of 17, Alcott wrote her. So age of 17, wrote her pencil, 17 finger. So now Alcott enlisted as an army nurse, enlisted finger, army nurse pencil. यहाँ पे आंसर सामने लिख दीजिएगा, वापस मुड़ के बाजू उल्टा ना करते रह जाइएगा. आंसर यहाँ पे भी लिख देंगे तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, बिकॉज ये क्वेश्चन शीट है, आंसर शीट पर गलती नहीं होनी चाहिए. Alcott published her letters into a book called Hospital Sketches. Published letters, finger, hospital sketches, pencil. Alcott returned home from the trip of Europe. Returned home. Returned, finger. Trip from Europe, pencil. Published Little Women. Published, finger. Little Women, pencil. 1879. Finger. Died, pencil. Up a home. Finger. For family in Boston. Boston. Pencil. 1888. Finger. Alcott, pencil. Get ready.
Do you think we can be ready on time? I sure hope so. Let's get started now.
That is the end of section 3. You now have half a minute to check your answers. Professor give a lecture on Louisa May Alcott. First, you have some time to look at the questions 31 to 40.
Get ready. Finger on 1832.
Now listen carefully and complete the timeline in questions 31 to 40.
Good afternoon. Today I'd like to continue our discussion of the lives of prominent American writers by talking about Louisa May Alcott, one of the best-known 19th century writers. Alcott is known for her moralistic girls' novels, but she was a much more serious individual than those novels might lead one to believe. She was born in 1832.
1832. Alcott born. What is the answer? Born. B-O-R. Finger on teens. Work to pencil. Finger on teens. Work to pencil.
The daughter of Bronson Alcott, who was one of the founders of the Transcendentalist movement. Bronson Alcott was a philosopher, but not a provider. The family lived close to poverty. From an early age, Louisa was determined to find a way to improve her family's economic situation. As a teenager, she worked to support her family by taking on a variety of low-paying jobs.
Okay, so now, in her teens, she worked to
Support her family.
support her family.
Support family.
Excellent. Support her family. Shabash. 17 finger. Wrote her pencil.
Including teacher, seamstress, and household servant. Alcott also started writing when she was young. She wrote her first novel when she was just 17 years old.
What is the answer? Age of 17. Wrote her
Novel.
Novel में first novel. F-I-R-S-T, first, N-O-V-A-L, novel, first novel. So now, and let's
सर अगर सिर्फ नॉवल तो भी ठीक रहेगा.
देखिए जी, अगर तो उसे 3 वर्ड्स अलाउ किए हैं और आप 3 वर्ड्स बनते हैं और नहीं लिख रहे हैं तो आई विल डेफिनेटली बी एंगेजिंग यू फॉर बैंड. सो इट इज बेटर कि आप कंप्लीट लिखें. ओके, सो रोट हर नॉवल. नॉवल से ज्यादा फर्स्ट नॉवल इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर मी. सो इसलिए कंप्लीट लिखना है फर्स्ट नॉवल. Unlisted finger, army nerd's pencil.
Although it wasn't published until many years after her death. It was called The Inheritance. In 1861, the Civil War broke out.
1861 में सिविल वॉर छिड़ गई.
Alcott worked as a volunteer, sewing uniforms and bandages for soldiers.
तो Alcott ने bandages की soldiers को as a volunteer. Volunteer से मुराद ये है कि free of cost. 1861.
The following year, she enlisted as an army nurse.
Following year, अगले साल वो आर्मी नर्स के तौर पे enlist हुई. What is the answer now?
1962.
1862 is the answer. Excellent. Published her letters, finger, hospital sketches, pencil.
She spent the war years in Washington, nursing wounded soldiers at a military hospital. While working at the hospital, she wrote many letters to her family at home in Massachusetts. After the war, she turned the letters into a book, which was published under the title Hospital Sketches.
What is the answer?
After the war.
Excellent. After the war. Excellent. After the war. And after the lecture, by the way, you will get the complete recording non-stop of section 4 that you people have to practice 2 to 3 times. Mariam, you are listening to. And test number 3, section 4, पूरा recording अलग से आएगा ताकि आप single go में उसको अलग से practice करें. Okay, after the war is the answer. So now move ahead to returned finger and pencil on trip from Europe.
She also wrote numerous romantic stories, which she sold to magazines. Around this same time, she was offered the opportunity to travel to Europe as the companion to an invalid. When she returned home from Europe in 1866, she found her family still in financial difficulty and in need of money. So she went back to writing. Her big break came in 1868 with the publication of her first novel for girls, Little Women.
So what was the answer of return from trip to Europe?
1866.
In 1866.
1866. And published Little Women?
In 1868.
1868. Excellent. So finger on 1879. Somebody died.
The novel achieved instant success, and the public wanted more. From then on, Alcott supported herself and her family by writing novels for girls. It wasn't the writing she had dreamed of doing, but it earned her a good income. Alcott took care of her family for the rest of her life. In 1878, her youngest sister, May, got married.
1878, younger sister, May, M-A-Y, May got married.
A year later, May died after giving birth to a daughter.
A year later, 1879, M-A-Y, May died. Okay? So, दो आंसर हो सकते हैं. May died or 1879, her younger sister died. So, both answers are the correct answers. So, now finger on upper home, pencil on family Boston.
Louisa Alcott raised her sister's orphan child. In 1882, Bronson Alcott suffered a stroke. Soon after that, Louisa Alcott set up a house for him, her niece, her sister Anna, and Anna's 2 sons in Boston.
Okay, so now what is the answer?
1882.
1882. She suffered stroke. Sooner after that means uske fauran baad. So answer is 1882. Excellent. Excellent. So now finger on 1888, Alcott.
Mother was no longer living by this time. Alcott was still writing novels for girls, including 2 sequels to Little Women, Little Men, and Joe's Boys. The latter was published in 1886. Louisa Alcott had suffered poor health ever since she contracted typhoid fever while working as a war nurse. She died in March of 1888 at the age of 55.
So 1888, Alcott. died, D-I-E-D, died. Excellent. अपने क्वेश्चन के आंसर्स को ट्रांसफर कीजिए आंसर शीट पे एंड मरियम आप सेक्शन 4 इनको फौरन भिजवाएं। ये सेक्शन 4 रिपीट करेंगे क्लास के आप होस्ट हो, फिर आपकी मौजूदगी में अपना एसे लिखें। इज इट क्लियर बच्चों? इज इट क्लियर? मैंने जानबूझ के आज प्रेशराइज किया आप लोगों को ताकि आप लोग जो हैं वो फील करें कि आप क्लास में बैठे हुए, इतना रिलैक्स होके कि एक आंसर ना पकड़ा जाए। आज आपने ज्यादा बेहतर परफॉर्म किया होगा, खुद को ज्यादा बेहतर कॉन्फिडेंट फील कर रहे हो। शाबाश, कम ऑन। आंसर्स को ट्रांसफर कीजिए जी 10 मिनट्स में। मरियम होस्ट है, फिर आपको सेक्शन 4 भिजवा देंगी। जैसे ही क्लास खत्म हो सेक्शन 4 को, जैसे ही वो आपके पास आंसर ट्रांसफर हो जाए सेक्शन 4 आपके पास आएगा। आपने अपनी पेंसिल से सेक्शन 4 को डिलीट करके मिटा के दोबारा पूरा करना है ताकि आपको सेक्शन 4 की प्रैक्टिस हो जाए दोबारा, और फिर आपने अपना ऐसे राइट करना है। रायमा समझ में आई बातें?
यस सर।
चले जी, ओवर टू यू मरियम। ओवर टू यू मरियम। Over to you, Mariam.
Ji sir, I'm in the class.
Okay, thank you.